I graduated high school at the age of 18 with $0 to my name. 7 years later, at the age of 25, I hit $100,000 net worth. I believe hitting $100,000 net worth is very important to the individual as it shows that you have what it takes and you have the understanding of building your net worth to the multi-million dollar area. Because I believe this is a very important milestone, I will be sharing with you guys how I was able to accomplish this at the age of 25. Before getting into the steps that I took, I would like to say I'm nobody special. I've never made a significant amount of money in my life. My parents were divorced and they kind of each lived paycheck to paycheck while I was younger. So this goes to show you that anybody with a little bit of discipline and understanding of finances will be able to build a net worth that is pretty significant. The first step that I was able to take is attending a community college and living at home instead of going out and going to a 4-year college. I think this is important because a community college is a fraction of the cost as a 4-year college, and you can easily make the payments for the community college without having to take out any student loans. I believe my payments per semester at my community college were around $1,500 a semester. I received 0 scholarships and 0 financial aid while going to my community college, and I still was able to work and be able to pay off these semester payments every semester. This is compared to a 4-year college. The semester payments were about $6,000 a semester, and that was without living there. That was with commuting there every day. I'd still have to be paying $6,000 a semester. So it was $3,000 a year versus $12,000 a year. That is 25% of the cost as a 4-year college for my first 2 years of college. So do not go into an insane amount of debt to attend a 4-year college just because your friends may be going there. You can get the same degree by starting at a community college for a fraction of the cost. My next tip would be to get a job where you are able to make tips and you're not just stuck to an hourly wage. My job in college, I was detailing cars at a car wash while going to school full time. I'd work anywhere from 20 to 40 hours a week, and after I detailed each car, I would talk to the customer, and sometimes, well, most of the time, they would leave me a tip anywhere from about $5 to $20. I worked this job from the time I started college to the time I graduated. My pay per hour, I started at about $7.10 an hour, and by the time I graduated, I was making $14.50 an hour. I was making the hourly wage plus tips, and most of the time I was able to just save the cash from the tips. So while you're in college, work as much as you can so you can pay off your school cost and then possibly save some money on the side. Alright, so for step 3, I would say to live at home. I guess this is reasonable only if you have a great relationship with your parents, and gratefully for me, I had a great relationship with my mother and she allowed me to live at home as long as I was taking college classes without even paying rent. Now, it's totally reasonable if your parents do want to charge you rent. I mean, don't argue with them, but you can also bring up the point that since you'll be in college, you won't be making as much money as you would like to be, since you're also going to be paying it as you go. And obviously make sure you're buying your own food and don't be relying on your parents or whoever you're living with to be buying all the food for the household. I think that was a big part of my mother allowing my brother and I to both live at home with her while we were both in college, is she wasn't paying for us to live there at all. We both were able to buy our own food, pay for everything that we needed on our own, just we weren't paying rent. So I'm very grateful that I was in the position that I was in with my mother, and we still have a great relationship. Step number 4 is just simply be frugal. Don't go out and spend money every weekend at the bar, at the club, or whatever it is. Save your money. Learn how to cook food at home. Don't be going to get fast food all the time. For me, my biggest problem was Chipotle. I mean, paying $9 a bowl for Chipotle when I could make it at home. I've learned to make it at home, and I could make the same bowl for $4 at home in total cost. Also, A lot of people would like to get a new car, and when you do go get a new car, I recommend paying for it in cash. Don't go get something brand new that you're going to have to be paying $600-700 a month for as a car payment. That monthly car payment, if it gets too high, can easily eat up at you. So every car that I've bought while I'm in my 20s and even late teens, I've paid less than $5,000 for. Just you need to know how to go shopping for a car. I mean, the last car that I bought, I got for $2,500, but it was damn near brand new. It had less than 100,000 miles on it, has been kept in the garage its whole life, and it even had brand new tires on it. I mean, it was basically a brand new car. It felt like a brand new car to me, at least. Step number 5 is obviously to start investing your money. You want to start investing early, and you want to do it often. The more money that you can invest while you're young, the longer it's going to have to grow, and the larger amount it can grow into. I started investing money at the age of 18. Not knowing anything about it, I was just buying stocks that I knew paid out a dividend. And by the time I was 23, 22, 23, I understood that I should just be buying the S&P 500, and that's basically all that I've been buying since. And it's honestly quite insane how much my money has grown just buying the S&P 500 over the last 2 or 3 years of my life. Overall, if you were to break down my first $100,000 net worth, it would be about $50,000 in the stock market, S&P 500, about $40,000 in liquid cash, and about $10,000 into Bitcoin. If I, of all people, was able to hit a $100,000 net worth at the age of 25, I honestly believe anybody is able to. I'm 26 years old now. I'll be 27 this year. And honestly, the net worth just keeps going up and up as I'm working a real job now, getting paid a salary. And as it continues to increase throughout my career, I know how to live on the lifestyle that I'm living on now. So the more money I make just means the more money I'll be able to invest. Now, check out the way I lost this game. I heard him place the claymore earlier in the game, maybe like 30 seconds to a minute ago. I get the 74th kill there, I run around this corner,